Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. So, who will read the meaning of this? Yes, Supriti Mataji. Yeah.
He brought the treasure of divine love and who was filled with compassion and mercy, whereas such a personality as Srinivasa Acharya gone. Where are my Swarupa Dhamodara and Rupa Goswami? Where is Sanatana? Where is Raghunatha Dasa, the savior of the fallen? Where are my Raghunatha Bhatta and Gopala Bhatta? And where is Krishnadasa Kaviraja? Where did Lord Gauranga, the great dancer, suddenly go? I will smash my head against the rock and enter into the fire. Where will I find Lord Gauranga, the reservoir of all wonderful qualities? Being unable to obtain the association of Lord Gauranga, accompanied by all of these devotees in whose association he performed his pastimes, Narottama Dasa simply weeps. Hare Krishna.
So, it's a very intense prayer. By Narottam Das Thakur. So we generally sing this on the Disappearance Day. We cannot feel like him, but at least can understand the spirit. Now this is the Bhakti Vinod Thakur presentation. Generally, I think you would have seen it, but let us keep meditating. So today is the Disappearance Day, Bhakti Vinod Thakur. This is the pranam mantra. Namo Bhakti Vinodaya Sachidananda Murte Gaura Shakti Sarupaya Rupanugavarayate. Okay, all of you can also. Namo Bhakti Vinodaya Sachidananda Murtaye Gaura Shakti Sarupaya Rupanugavarayate. Offer my obeisances to you, Bhakti Vinoda, the form of eternity's knowledge and bliss, the incarnation of Gaura's potency and the best of the followers of Rupa Goswami. Sri Bhaktivinoda Thakur is 1838 to 1914. Is a prominent preceptor Acharya in our Guru Parampara, succession of spiritual master, disciple of Lord Krishna. He was the pioneer spiritual leader. Prabhupada many times used the word pioneer, single-handedly pioneered the Lord Chaitanya's movement. A householder, a magistrate working in colonial India under the British rule, a prolific preacher, writer, poet. Now this is from Bhaktisiddhanta Prabhupada, his son. Yes, Mataji, you can read.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Words from Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada. Srila Bhakti Vinoda Thakura is an extremely dear associate of Sri Chaitanya Chandra. In the course of time, when those who preached the desires of Chaitanya Deva had left this world to enter the Lord's eternal pastimes, the sky over Bengal slowly darkened, covered by the thick clouds of sensual enjoyment and false renunciation. The sky was covered and the world was bereft of the rays of light coming from the Sankirtana, propagated by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. One by one, the sun, the moon, and the unlimited stars of that sky faded from view, leaving only the occasional flash of lightning to disturb the unending darkness of ignorance. Almost 350 years after the appearance of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Srila Bhakti Vinoda Thakura came to illuminate the Gaudiya sky.
Okay, so he is an Acharya and reinforcement. In fact, another name which is used of Bhaktivinoda Thakur is seventh Goswami. So he came to again prolifically write like the Goswamis and also give a personal example to see the Lord Chaitanya's mission is again come back to full force. Yeah, continues.
All the great virtues are present in the body of a Vaishnava. The good qualities of Krishna gradually develop in his devotees. All these transcendental qualities are the characteristics of pure Vaishnavas and they cannot be fully explained, but I shall try to point out some of the most important. Devotees are always merciful, they are not bellicose. They are truthful, equal to all, faultless, generous, mild, and clean. They are without material possessions and they work for the welfare of all. They are peaceful, surrendered to Krishna, and desireless. They are meek, resolute, and completely control the six character flaws of lust, anger, greed, and so forth. They eat only as much as required and are prudent, respectful, and free from false prestige. They are grave, sympathetic, friendly, poetic, expert, and silent. Chaitanya Charitamrita 2.22, 75 till 80. All these devotee qualities are perfectly displayed by Srila Bhakti Vinoda Thakura throughout his life of pure devotion. The ocean of compassion, Sri Gaurahari, displayed this merciful nature to the conditioned souls in 9 different ways. The same kind of distribution of mercy is seen in the life and work of Srila Bhakti Vinoda Thakura. Srila Bhakti Vinoda Thakura's transcendental identity is revealed to the members of his spiritual family. He is the best of the followers of Rupa Manjari, who is the leader of Lalita Sakhi's entourage. Lalita Sakhi is the foremost of Radharani's 8 girlfriends. In various places in his own writings, Srila Bhakti Vinoda Thakur has indicated this divine identity. Yugala Sevaya Sri Rasa Mandale Niyukta Kara Amaya Lalita Sakhira Ayogya Kinkari Vinoda Dhariche Paya. Bhakti Vinoda holds your feet and asks to engage this unworthy servant of Lalita Sakhi in the service of the divine couple while they are performing the Rasa Leela. Kalyana Kalpataru.
Sometimes actually acharyas reveal who they are. Okay, we see Bhaktivinoda Prabhupada reveal, Bhaktivinoda Thakur reveal. And the states of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu were revealed by, in some book by one devotee. Okay, so sometimes they reveal. So here his original identity is he is part of the Radha Krishna Leela.
In the song Siddhi Lalasa, in his Gita Mala also, Bhakti Vinoda Thakura gives his eternal spiritual identity as Kamala Manjari, the servant of Sri Rupa Manjari. Her Kunja is in the bower of Lalita, Brajananda Sukhada Huija, where she gets the standard of worship to the divine couple. Varani Tarita Vasa Taravali Kamala Maijere Nama Saire Baro Varsha Vayata Satata Swananda Sukhada Dhama. My bodily hue is like that of lighting, and I wear a sari, the color of a clear night sky sprinkled with stars. I am 12.5 years old and I live in Swananda Sukhada Kunja.
These are eternal forms, and even though he is manifested in the world like this, his original identity is eternal identity is service to Krishna. So now you know whom you are dealing with. Correct? After the disappearance of Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Sarup Damodar, Ramananda Rai, six Goswami, Srinivas Acharya, Narottam Das, Shyamananda Prabhu, a dark age, when the prominent personality disappear, just like even when Srila Prabhupada disappeared, they will be confusion. And then a reinforcer sent in the form of Bhaktivinoda Thakur to again revive the mission of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Okay. In fact, there were so many apasampradayas, Aula, Baula, Karta Bhaja, Neriya, Darvashesha, Saina, Sahajiya. You can understand the Sahajiya, as we always keep saying, hypocrite. Sahajiya means he's trying to show devotional symptoms without practicing any rules and regulations. Sakhi Bheki, they try to show that we are Krishna's Sakhi. Even though they are men, they dress like a girl. Sakhi Bheki. Jata Goswami, they say that just because I am born in some particular family, I am from Nityananda family, this family, that family, only I have a right to preach. This is Jata Goswami. Gauranga Nagari, they say that Lord Chaitanya in a mood of an enjoyer, which is totally against his mood as a devotee. So these are all make Bhaktivinoda Thakur spend time explaining each one of them and how they are not what the Lord Chaitanya's mission is. In fact, it had become so bad that people used to laugh about Lord Chaitanya's mission. It has become so bad. So urgently it was needed. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's prediction is that Ritvichi Yatvacha Nagaradi Gram, every town and village, the Lord Chaitanya's holy name will go. So definitely Lord will be very interested in this moment of Lord Chaitanya, and he did send a great reinforcement. His name is Bhakti Vinod Thakur, and who is part of his eternal Radha Krishna Leela in the spiritual world. Now, educated upper class Bengalis were shocked and disgusted with the practice of this heretic sects, and so that's why even Bhaktivinoda Prabhupada said, when the Gaudiya Vaishnavas, we become Sahajiya, it is going to be very, very dangerous. Because we can justify any activity with a little bit of philosophy, we know, actually very, very dangerous. Okay? And it is, people talk about as immoral and uneducated. People of the general classes, the society, educated classes had no understanding of Lord Chaitanya's true religion. So at this time, Lord Chaitanya did something. He sent in Bengal, and as I mentioned previously, that there's community was forming in Bengal. Bengal was the capital of India. So that's why you see why he sent there. And things were getting totally off. And there was a section of society, British had already come to India. And those people who were learning English, they were called Bhadra Samaj, civilized. They were getting big jobs. And they had good economic comforts. So all the intelligentsia moved toward learning English. And as they were learning English, there were things were coming out as Max Muller, all commentaries. And people, the educated class, the cream, was getting totally confused and lost and also bewildered by the technology of the Britishers. And at this situation, they were feeling doubt about roots of their own culture. At that time, Krishna sends Bhaktivinoda Thakur. He takes a position, also he learns English. He takes a position as a magistrate, which is the highest position Indian could take, just below the governor. And at that time, he started vigorously preaching Krishna consciousness. He started writing a lot of books. In fact, he is so impressive that not only in India, all the scholars start hearing him. Even around the world, big philosophers started writing to him. Can you give a translation of your Sanskrit book in English like that? At that time, the top philosophers. So he had a profound impact. As Krishna planned, he was very impactful. Okay. Okay, Bhaktivinoda Thakur into this verse, for the superhuman prowess, Bhaktivinoda Thakur wrote more than 100 books. His contribution was writing books and preaching in different languages. Okay? So the goal of defeating unorthodox views opposed to the doctrine of Mahaprabhu's religion. Result that many members of discerning society, others from all over the world came to recognize the unequaled value of Mahaprabhu's teachings. In fact, what happened to Srila Prabhupada when he was preaching around the world, people from library brought his life and precepts of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, which was sent by Bhaktivinoda Thakur during that time. And Prabhupada places that in the introduction of his Bhagavatam. Shuddha Bhakti Pracharasya Muli Bhuta Ihotamaha Shri Bhakti Vinod Devas Tat Priyatvena Vishrutaha. Shri Bhaktivinoda Thakur is the transcendental personality who is the root of the preaching movement of pure devotion. He is renowned as one who is dear to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Praise to Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Birth. Bhaktivinoda Thakur is born in September 2nd, 1838, Ula B. Nagar. This is in Bangladesh now. Shukla Tiryodashi of Bhadra. His name was Kedarnath. If I know correct, this is in Bangladesh. Bhaktivinoda composed his first poem when he was only 2 years old. I think 2 years his children start speaking. Okay. Only 6 he learned all the details of historical epics, Mahabharata, Ramayana, he was thorough with them. Now you see similar thing in the life of Bhaktivinoda Prabhupada, similar thing in the life of Madhvacharya. These are all Nitya Siddhas. When they come to this world, They start the work on the go. Even Shankaracharya was like that. At 8 years, he was scholar already. In 1858, Kedarnath went to Nilachala, and his grandfather, he met Krishna Vallabha Datta at Chutigram. Grandfather said prophetically, "You will be a great Vaishnava," blessed his grandson. Okay? And he's making this prediction, he left the world. Bhaktivinoda Thakur's life, if I personified discussion of Vaishnava, as one who is more gentle than a rose, yet more terrible than a thunderbolt. He was very kind, sympathetic, okay, but he could not tolerate dishonesty in the name of religion. Be careful. So there was, when he became the magistrate, the Britishers brought to him Bishikashena. They talked to him to handle this case of Bishikashena. Because British don't know, they've come to India, they're ruling, and there's upstart has come up, complaints have come to them because they are in charge of administration, that there is one personality, Bishikashena, who's claiming he's God. And he's taking people's wives and daughters and having rasa leela with them. So people complain that this guy is notorious imposter, he has to be punished. But he was a yogi, he had some powers. Bhaktivinoda Thakur went there with his team, and this person could recognize, even though he wasn't plain God. He says Kedarnath Datta, that was his name before the title of Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Kedarnath Datta, leave me alone. I'll make you king of India. Leave me alone. So he said, "Oh, that's very nice to meet you. But you are such a saintly person. Why do you stay in a village? Why don't you come to Jagannath Puri and take darshan of Jagannatha?" Jagannatha, he is a piece of wood. When he said like that, Bhaktivinoda Thakur became fire. Arrest him! And he dragged him to the court, and then, himself had to cut all the hairs on his face, beard and big hairs. And then that fellow took a poison and committed suicide in the jail. That so-called God, Bishikashena. Okay. In 1887, he visited most important Shivalinga in Bengal, Tarakeshwara. Lord Shiva appeared to him in a dream and said, "You want to go to Vrindavan, but there is so much work left to do in Navadip Dham nearby. What have you done there?" So he gets ordered by Lord Shiva, "Hey, where are you going? Go to Navadip, so much work is remaining." He was transferred to Krishna Nagara. He came near Navadip, Krishna Nagara, even now that's the MP seat. And then while visiting Kulai, the modern day city of Navadip, he was standing on the roof of the Ranir Dharmasala overlooking the Ganges. And what happened? 10 o'clock in the night, he saw a huge light. And then he started inquiring, called his son, Bhakti Prabhupada, "Hey, do you see that?" He said, "Yes, father, I see that." He was really surprised. Krishna, Lord Chaitanya was revealing his birthplace to him. And then he went to that place, inquired from the local people there. They saw a lot of tulsi growing everywhere, all around. And people said this is the actual birthplace of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Then, what happened? Of Lord Chaitanya's appearance, disappearance, the Ganges shifted course. So the birthplace of Lord Chaitanya got covered. In fact, I was asking some devotee, why did Ganga do that? He said the arrangement was that when ISKCON wants the land, it will again give it back. And it will be very cheap. Otherwise, it would have been very, very expensive. It was a town, very, very expensive. ISKCON acquired 1,000 acres. You cannot acquire when it's a running town. The land rate will be very high. Somebody was joking. Anyway, so Bhaktivinoda Thakur, so the land, by that time only, the Ganga gave back the land, which it had covered for some time. Lord Chaitanya's birthplace and other pastime places. So then to locate Yoga Pita was not easy, So Bhaktivinoda Thakur, this was a divine arrangement for him, indication, Tulsi, people confirming. 2, 3, he got the old maps because he was magistrate, he could procure old maps. He located the birthplace of Lord Chaitanya. And finally, Jagannath Das Babaji, his own preceptor, he brought there in a basket, very elder and most advanced Vaishnava at that time, leader of Vaishnava community. And as he saw, came to the birth side of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he started dancing in ecstasy. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur confirmed it. And he called that meeting of different people of the town and showed the evidence that he has. And then that Yogapita, the birthplace of Lord Chaitanya, was established. Even though Bhaktivinoda Thakur was magistrate at that time, he went house to house in Calcutta, collecting 1 rupee from one person to build the Lord Chaitanya's birthplace. Okay, today, when you go to Mayapur, we can see next to a property, Yogapita is there. Few days before the disappearance, Bhaktivinoda Thakur left Godru Madhu to come to Bhakti Bhavana, June 13, 1914, on the disappearance day of Gaura Shakti Gadadhara Pandita, Calcutta home. Bhaktivinoda Thakur entered the pastime of Shri Radha and Govinda. So the Bhaktivinoda Thakur spread the mission, preached the mission. In fact, Guru Maharaj talks about Bhakti Vriksha. This was established by Bhaktivinoda Thakur, preaching all around the Bengal. He put a setup, the preaching. Okay. And also, he established a birthplace of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He wrote hundreds of books. Okay. So these are our various contributions. These are the books he has written. Yes, so you can go through. It's hundreds of books. Many commentaries of Vedanta Sutra, many commentaries of Bhagavad Gita, life of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, commentaries on Brahma Samhita, everything is there in this list of books. You can see. That is, again, we always talk about his schedule. He used to come back home. He was a magistrate. 7:30 to 8 o'clock in the evening, he used to take his rest. So that's a good time to take rest. 10 o'clock, he used to rise and sleep is over, finished. And put his lamp and write. He used to have a watch. He used to keep his schedule by the watch. And 10 to 4, he used to write. Exactly, more or less similarly, Srila Prabhupada's schedule. So that's why I reasoned out. A 2.5 hours is maximum you can squeeze your sleep to, because they were doing that. But don't imitate, better sleep 5-6 hours. 4 o'clock, he will take his rest again for half an hour. He will write whole night. That's why he wrote 100 books. And 4:30, he will wash hand, start his japa. Then 7 o'clock, he will start writing letters again. In his house, there is a small room he used to chant. So things don't require big space. It requires sincerity. 7:30 he used to read. 8:30 is to receive his guest and continue to read if there is no guest. 9:30 is to take little rest for 15 minutes. 9:45 take morning bath. The food was also controlled. Half quart of milk, couple of chapati, some fruits. That was his breakfast. Go to court and carriage. 9:55. Take care. And then come back from the court, and again 7:30 to 8, take rest. Can you just imagine? He used to do his decisions so fast that the British counterpart were actually surprised and sometimes even envious of him. He was very fast in his magistrate dealings. Okay, now Bhaktivinoda Thakur gave some 3 predictions. Yes, Mataji, you can read.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. In the mood of innovation, in 1896, he sent to universities around the world a book of shlokas, Sri Gauranga Leela Smarana, which had 47-page English introduction. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, his life and precepts. This act rose from a keen desire to spread Lord Chaitanya's teachings in the Western countries. Bhakti Vinoda Thakura made 3 predictions concerning a person and a phenomena. A personality will soon appear, wrote Bhakti Vinoda Thakura, and he will travel all over the world to spread the teachings of Lord Chaitanya.
That is Srila Prabhupada. Wait. That is Srila Prabhupada. And in fact, Srila Prabhupada was born in 1896. He predicted, and boom, the personality is born. Okay, so it is matching. Time is also matching. Prediction is also matching. And he's talking about a personality who will travel around the world now and preach. Yes, second.
His second prediction, very soon, the chanting of Harinama Sankirtana will be spread all over the world. Oh, when will that day come when people from America, England, France, Germany, Russia will take up kartals and mridangas and chant Hare Krishna in their towns?
Second prediction, Prabhupada made it happen. Prabhupada made Rath Yatras around the world. We have the Rath Yatra coming. Prabhupada did it all around the world and devotees chanting and dancing in the streets. Unimaginable. Okay, second. Third,
The third prediction, when will the day come when the fair-skinned foreigners will come to Sri Mayapur Dham and will join the Bengali Vaishnavas to chant Jai Sachidananda, Jai Sachinananda? When will that day be?
just imagine three predictions, all the three are fulfilled true. In fact, when the foreigner devotees came to Mayapur for celebrating the Gaur Purnima, Prabhupada said this. Today we have fulfilled Bhaktivinoda Thakur's prediction. So that is the desired prediction of Bhaktivinoda Thakur. So when he fulfilled that, it's very pleasing to the Guru Parampara. Now the last, you look at the seriousness of his mission. Yes.
Letter to Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakura, Saraswati, people of this world who are proud of their own aristocratic birth cannot attain real aristocracy. Therefore, they attack the pure Vaishnava, saying they have taken birth in low-class families because of their sins, thus they commit offenses. The solution to the problem is to establish the order of Daiva Varnashrama Dharma, something you have started doing. You should know that to be the real service to the Vaishnavas. Because pure devotional conclusions are not being preached, all kinds of superstitions and bad concepts are being called devotion by such pseudo-sampradayas as Sahajiya and Atibari. Please always crush these anti-devotional concepts by preaching pure devotional conclusions and by setting an example through your personal conduct. Please make great effort so you can start parikrama of Sri Dhama Navadvipa as soon as possible. It is by those actions that everyone in this world will receive Krishna Bhakti. Please try very hard to make sure that the service to Sri Mayapur will become a permanent thing and will become brighter and brighter every day. The real service to Sri Mayapur can be done by acquiring printing presses, distributing devotional books, and Sankirtana preaching. Please do not neglect to serve Sri Mayapur or to preach for the sake of your own reclusive bhajan. When I am not present anymore, please take care to serve Sri Mayapur Dham, which is so dear to you. This is my special instruction to you. People who are like animals can never attain devotion, therefore, never take their suggestions. Please do not let them know this directly or indirectly. I had a special desire to preach the significance of such books.
Sri Mayapur is so dear to you. Dear. This is my special. Bhagavatam Sashanamba Vedadashana. You have to accept the responsibility. Sri Mayapur will prosper if you establish an education. Interesting. Make any effort to collect knowledge or money for your own enjoyment. Only to serve the Lord will you collect these things. Never engage in bad association either for money or for some self-interest. Hare Krishna, back to the letter. I'll just read. Where is the letter? Yes. So, Prabhupada Bhaktivinoda Thakur wants Mayapur Dham to be glorified all around the world, and he thinks make it education institution. Very nice. Now you see that he says very jokingly to his son, see, isn't it, this is the kind of letter a father should write to the son. Beta khana kha liya, so gaye. These are not a letter, this is a real letter. A real father. Okay? You see the little joke. The people who are like animals can never attain devotion, therefore never take their suggestion. They will speak so many things. But do not let them know this. Even though you're not going to follow the suggestion of, this animals, but don't let them know that. Yeah, correct. There's something, correct. don't follow the suggestion. Okay, and he is talking about starting Navadip Parikrama, Navadip Mandala Parikrama. I think that is a desire of Bhaktivinoda Thakur, and Guru Maharaj really spent his energy to develop it. And next year, I think in February, March, everybody can plan to go. Little austere, but it is very pleasurable. Usually sleeping on the ground, okay, and better not be for people who can't walk. Okay? You have to walk every day 15 kilometers. Okay? It's on the leg. You're walking together. And around more than 10,000 people every year participate. It's around 20,000 sometime. So it's a very ecstatic opportunity. Those who have not done, at least once in their life, you should do Navadip Mandala Parikrama. You went no last year. Okay, so that's a desire of Bhaktivinoda Thakur. And you see, very interesting, he says, as people, it's a very, they say you are not born in a high family because of maybe you did some sins in last life. He says, and if he's speaking such thing, people disturb pure Vaishnavas, they make offenses because such kind of conclusion, caste Brahmins speak like this. Take care. What you should do, you should crush. Please always crush these anti-devotional concepts by your strong preaching. And Bhakti Siddhanta Prabhupada was very strong preacher. Okay? So we should crush all this anti-devotional concept by good preaching. So that people, just birth is not important, devotional service to Krishna is important. Please do not neglect to serve Shri Mayapur. So nice. Isn't it? Such a nice letter from father. And he, at the end warning also, as a father has a liberty to correct his child, you say, only to serve the Lord you will collect these things. Never make any effort to collect knowledge or money for your own enjoyment. Don't do that. See, very interesting. Collecting money we can understand for you. Don't collect even knowledge for your enjoyment. Knowledge for service to Krishna. Otherwise become Jnana Mishra Bhakti. Only to serve the Lord you will collect these things. Never engage in bad association. You see, instruction. Either for money or for self-interest. Don't engage in. So this is instruction Bhaktivinoda Thakur to Bhaktisiddhanta Prabhupada. Instruction to all of us. If you do all these things, you will develop a spiritual life. Never make any effort to collect knowledge or money for your own enjoyment. Only to serve the Lord you will collect these things. Never engage in bad association, either for money or for some self-interest. Interesting. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, everybody. Anybody had some other pastime of Bhaktivinoda Thakur which I have not mentioned today? Aishwarya Mataji, something in there? Any pastime? Interesting part. Anybody raise your hand, some pastime you want to do? Highlight. So very interesting is 3 predictions. What are the 3 predictions? Anybody can tell. Okay, you are hearing, I hope, the class. What are the 3 predictions Bhaktivinoda Thakur made, which have been confirmed? And the 4th one is in the making. What did he say? Everybody is silent. They're not hearing.
Oh, we are here.
He said the prediction number 1, one person will travel around the world without any restriction and preach.
Second one will be he will japa mantra will be followed across the world.
Yes, he will be. Okay, very good. Number 1. What is the second prediction?
When the foreigners, fair-skinned foreigners will come and do take the kartal and do the Harinam Sankirtan.
Very good. Number 2. What is the number 3?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. The third prediction, when will that day come when the fair-skinned foreigners will come to Sri Mayapur Dhama and join with the Bengal Vaishnavas to chant Jaya Sachidananda, Jaya Sachidananda?
Not Jaya Sachidananda, Jaya Sachinandana, Jaya Sachinandana.
Gaura Hari.
Sachidananda is his name. Sachinandan is Lord Chaitanya's name.
Yes, Jaya Sachinanda. Sachinanda.
He wanted people to chant Lord Gauranga's name, not his name. Huh? So, Jai Sachinandana, that's the third. What is the fourth prediction? Anybody knows? Which is in the making.
Fourth prediction is the person who will behave like animals. We should.
Fourth.
Yeah.
What is the fourth prediction of Bhaktivinoda Thakur, which is in the making? The Adbhuta Mandira, and what is coming now, the magnificent temple at Mayapur, he predicted that also. That is
The people will behave like animals, and we should teach them to do only Gnan, Bhakti, and bring them to the limelight.
very nice, very nice. Okay, Hare Krishna everybody, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Thank you. Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna.
Hare Krishna
Prabhuji.
Prabhuji.
Krishna Prabhuji, Sale Pranam.
Pranam.
Prabhuji.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Thank you, thank you.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Vacha kalpatarubhasya kripasindevacha patitanam pavanebhyo
Namo Namaha.
Now you can take
Darshan.
darshan of Radha Govinda, yes. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Jai Radha Govinda ki jai.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Prabhuji, Bhakti Vinod Thakur was the first person who sent his books out of India.
Which books?
Whatever books he had written, the 100 books, he had sent it to outside of India in several languages.
Now you don't ask me all these things. I have a temple opening. After that, I will do all these things. Okay. Come to India and collect. Hare Krishna. Vancha kalpatarubhasya kripa sindhuvevacha patitanam